Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing tonight?
Good.
We were talking about consoles.
Old sentimental consoles.
Yep. And how my entire desk is a disaster area.
Like old consoles like Atari 2600s, or how far back are we talking here?
No, I was just saying how like stupidly sentimental I am to where I throw nothing out. I have like 3 broken NES consoles in my closet.
You should probably combine those into one working NES console.
I don't think that's possible anymore.
Super console.
Yeah. I can run all of the NES games.
Or just buy one of the like classic NESs that we're selling out over Christmas.
No,
for $500
that's why we were talking about the Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Just get all of them onto there.
That's all it is. That's pretty much what's in there.
Fuck, if you've got an Android phone or a iPhone, there are emulators now, and you just play this shit on your phone.
Well, see, there's an idea. You take the cases of the broken ones in your closet,
and you can convert them.
And put the pies in those, and that way it still looks like the classic.
That's true. How's everybody's week? What did everybody get up to?
Work.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Completely understand that sentiment.
Yeah.
Looking for work, torturing my D&D players. Specifically Alicorn for some reason.
Also understand that sentiment. I may or may not do that to 3 out of these 5 folks on the screen.
Fox.
Crest is now a water feature in a Medusa's Forgotten Ruined Kingdom. That's a thing that happened. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, go back and watch the VOD for Sunday. You should be watching it anyway.
It was a good one.
It was a good one. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what I did. I have a feeling I'm on the verge of getting a cold. Like, I was exhausted yesterday and today. And I'm just like dragging ass. So I'm drinking an energy drink, which I never fucking do. So either one of 2 things is going to happen. I'm going to pass out exactly at the end of the stream tonight, or I'm going to be bouncing off the walls before the next half hour is over.
What energy drink?
The Mountain Dew Amps?
Oh my god.
Those are the only good ones.
Oh my god.
That is true.
You got the worst ones.
No, those are the only good ones. All the rest of them. This one tastes like green, where all of the other ones taste like ass. So, you know.
This tastes like green.
It does. It tastes like what I imagine the color green would taste like.
Just not radioactive?
A little under radioactive.
Oh, okay. It's not as bad.
I normally I used to drink them all the time, and I used to drink like a shit ton of soda, and like to the point where I had a bad caffeine dependency, and would get migraines if I didn't drink enough. So I usually now just stay away from all energy drinks and most soda, unless I'm like having lunch or dinner. But I was exhausted today. I was like, all right, doing it. I've got to be in character as a fucking space janitor for the next couple of hours, so I should probably be awake for that. Trying to think of what else I did this week. Worked, because that's a constant. Oh, I had my second blacksmithing class yesterday, which was awesome, and I made a coat hanger that I need to go mount on a wall somewhere. But it turned out not as bad as I thought it was going to. There are some things I would have done differently and probably could have done better, but I'm learning as I'm doing all this stuff, so I'm super happy that I'm actually learning stuff and how to do the next one better.
Now, did it teach you the classic way to do a cold forge first?
I have no idea what a cold forge is, so I'm going to say no.
Oh, okay, I'm going to say no then.
No, they gave us it was a stock bar of 3/8 steel, and heat it up in the forge, put the taper out the end, curl it, put it back in the forge, put the J in it, and then heat it up again, and then squish out the shoulders for the mounting, and put the hole in it, and then go twist it, and then cover it. And we did some brazing on it, and it's not brazing. That's a different form of welding.
Yeah.
It's brass transfer. I forgot what the actual technical term for it is. And then coated it in wax. But yeah.
Very nice. My husband does that, so I learned through that and the Forged in Fire TV show. But yeah.
Yeah, the instructor was actually on Forged in Fire back on season 4. So it's pretty neat. Yeah.
Well, that was fairly recent too. Oh my gosh. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm now like, how can I buy a forge and an anvil, and where can I keep it?
So see,
First, where can you get the funds for it? An anvil by itself.
Yeah, those are like a good one can run several $100s.
When the time comes that you do get that stuff, because you know what's going to happen at this point, you gotta record it and everything, and then upload it to the channel as premieres or whatever Twitch is calling it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
maybe we can make some things to do giveaways with. I don't know. We'll make people shitty S hooks. I don't know.
Who wants a coat hanger?
But yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah, they so the course is a month long, and it's like one class a week. And then once you get through like their blacksmithing basics, which is what I'm doing this month, you can go back and do like a bladesmithing course, which is what I will probably end up doing. Because to be honest, I mean, why does anybody get into blacksmithing except to make sharp, pointy objects?
Yep.
Right?
So, that'll be fun. Speaking of giveaways, fuck it, why not? Let's do one tonight. So I have some dice boxes that Elderwood Academy sent us to give away, and I've still got 3. Mags, I need to send yours out tomorrow because Mags won our staff giveaway, so she's gonna get one. And I have the box somewhere. Ah, here it is. I will get one out to display it. But yeah. So we're going to do that tonight. Why not? I've still got 3 more of these things to give away, so we might as well. I'm going to save one for next month, because on the 17th of March, we're doing a charity game. So I'm definitely going to save one and give it away for the charity game. Oh, and I think this one was my favorite that came in. So this is what let me get that up on the screen. That's the cover of the dice box, and it's got our logo engraved, burned, I don't know, laser etched probably onto the back, and then these very, very pretty blue dice that come with it, and it is magnet sealed, so you can just kind of slide the top on and it will stay shut. So it's very nice. We will give one of those away tonight. I'll probably give that one away. Why not?
Those dice are gorgeous.
They are. They're super pretty. Doc Rigo, once he pops in, won our last one, and he got his, and they are super pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that up. Giveaway parameters, I guess is the right word. You have to be here when we pull the winner. You have to be able to tell us what you won as well, and you have to be following the channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. We're gonna do the same thing we did last time. You can enter anywhere from 1 to 500 times, but each entry costs you 1 XP. If you don't know how much XP you currently have, hit exclamation point level. That will tell you how much XP you currently have. And you guys can get in on that. And yeah, so we're going to do that giveaway as we go on. I'm not telling you when we draw the winner because that would be cheating. And we're going to get into some space D&D and have some fun being a space janitor. Thank you, HP Fox. I was looking for that.
For you.
You know, I'm a bad person. I didn't know why you posted the visceral cleanup crew GIF and everything, and then I forgot that your character literally pretends to be a space janitor.
That's right, yeah. Because he's in there to clean up their shit. Nobody's gonna give him a whole bunch. Like nobody's gonna ask questions. You're like, all right, you've got the right color jumpsuit on. There's a mess somewhere, probably behind this door that I'm guarding. I don't know how it got made. I don't really care. I just know that this guy's here to get cleaned up. I'm just gonna let him through.
I now remember. Okay, so that makes sense. I was like, why are we doing space janitors?
That's right.
You could tell where my mind's been at, not here. But I think before we get into the game, for those who were not able to catch the character creation, why don't we do a short introduction of everyone's characters?
Okay.
Who wants to go first before I just randomly pick HP Fox?
I mean, I might as well have already been talking about my space janitor, so I'll just introduce him a little bit more. Also, it dawns on me that I should be polite. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you got some stuff. Or if you didn't, I hope you bought yourself some shit. So there, eat some chocolate, even if nobody else bought it for you.
I treated myself.
Oh, you got Girl Scout cookies. So
wait, is it Girl Scout cookie season?
It is.
Yes, it is, and you have like a couple more weeks left. Hit your grocery stores.
I guess I'm hitting the grocery store tomorrow. I need to buy like 800 boxes of Samoas.
I will go grab my Valentine's Day thing during a break and show it off because God knows I'm not eating it in one setting. So, all right, Starfinder characters. So I'm playing Bark, who is a Vesk, which are these large lizard creatures, humanoid lizard-looking things that just kind of wear armor like everyday clothes. And he has a big sword that he can glamour to make it look like a mop or broom or some other utensil. He has a military background and knowledge, and so his MO, I guess, yeah, we'll go with that, is to go into places he's not supposed to be, dressed up like a space janitor, because he knows what colored jumpsuits those military outfits use, so that he can help blend in. That can help him blend in and get to places he's not supposed to be. So that is Bark the
Why
the
do I have a
mercenary
feeling
space
Bark
janitor.
is going to get you guys in more trouble than solving it?
It's possible. I mean, I'm not gonna. He's not very smart. Okay, so this is just his kind of thing. This should work. So yeah.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I could go next. So my character is a technomancer, and she is a Damaya, which is these telekinetic species with antenna. Think of Mantis from I almost said Star Wars, Star-Lord, Guardians of the Galaxy. So she can use psychic abilities and everything, but she's really spunky. She's kind of, yes, she's tech savvy, obviously she has to be, but she also loves just like taking things apart and putting things together. She just like gets her hands dirty. She's also a little bit of an ass. She likes to poke fun and pull pranks on people. So I'm sure shenanigans will ensue, especially since Zero is an android that she would like to one day attempt to hack slightly to make her go through some shenanigans. So that is my character.
Mags.
I think that's a perfect segue into Maggie's character.
Yeah.
Oh God. My character is Zero. She is an android that originally started out life as an emotional support therapy droid. When the person that she was built for eventually passed away from old age, she decided to branch out a little bit and got really curious about spaceships. So she became an ace pilot and a pretty good mechanic, I would think. The one downside to her personality is she's so freaking chipper. Dire situation, like, oh goodness, there's a missile coming our way. She's probably gonna get a couple.
She always sees the positive in things.
Like, well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and take evasive maneuvers now. Buckle up.
God, it's fucking what's his name?
Eddie?
No. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Eddie,
That's
the
what we're
ship's
just talking
computer.
about.
Oh, okay, is it Eddie?
It's
Okay.
Eddie.
Yeah, that's what she said. She based it off of.
Okay.
It's Eddie.
I'm so glad you got that.
Or she's Janet from The Good Place, if anybody's watched that.
Oh lordy.
If you
In
haven't
Cinderberries,
if
she's
you
a flight
haven't
attendant.
watched The Good Place, oh my god, it's real good. Go watch it. But yeah, she's Janet from The Good Place.
And Fox.
So I'm going to be playing Quick, who is a Soki, which I'm still not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but that's how I'm pronouncing
Yeah, Soki.
it. And they are kind of wily little rat people. But unlike the typical Soki, he is not he's not very talkative. He's not very energetic. And that's mainly because he's very old. Think kind of along the lines of Splinter from Ninja Turtles. He's like monk almost. He's a mystic, more specifically a star shaman. So he he kind of follows the magical flow of the universe, whatever the hell that means. If anybody saw the game where I played the Doctor Strange-esque monk character, who I already forgot his name, it's kind of along the lines of that. He's very calm, he's very collected, and he doesn't make brash actions or really lash out in any way.
Does that mean he doesn't piss off Medusas?
I mean, it's situational.
I'm just gonna give you shit about that from now on.
Them space Medusas.
Crest did nothing wrong.
Oh. And you guys have a ship.
We do.
Did you guys ever
name it?
decide on the name and like the color scheme of the ship?
We did.
We did name it. I remember doing that part. We named it Star Streaker because to me it's just somebody running naked across a football field.
And it's not a periwinkle. It's like a disgusting blue color.
Oh yeah, that was right.
Oh, that's right. It's like cornflower blue.
Yeah, it was that atrocious cornflower blue color because you wanted to make it the most like offensive color to the human eye possible without standing out so much. So you just have like this blob of like disgusting, not really tealish blue flying across the stars.
See, there's a reason for that, right? If we ever like somebody ever has to give chase to us, and they're gonna be like, the captain would be like, "Sir, or chase that cornflower blue." Is that the right color? Vessel. And then it's going to throw the whole fucking crew off because they're going to be, what did you just say?
They won't even know what the color is.
What, cornflower, is that yellow?
Oh, look, yeah, they're going to give the captain, he's like, oh, look at this art major over here.
Right. there are tactics to it.
Go back to school, nerd.
They're so lost in trying to identify what color it is that it's the perfect getaway vehicle.
That's right.
I like that, actually. That's a pretty good idea. Yes. All right, so we are going to open up on the bridge of the Star Streaker. You guys have recently been hired to reacquire a piece of stolen technology from one of the space pirate federations.
Is it a mop squeezer?
It is not a mop squeezer. It is a God, I forgot the name of it.
Mop squeezer.
No, like it's an experimental
Experimental mop squeezer?
No. Has nothing to do with mops.
He's gonna kill your character in this first game.
It's an experimental addition to a warp drive that would allow them to be able to jump through systems without easy detection from military units. Though, unfortunately, for one of their crew has decided to go rogue and has stolen this drive and is currently looking to sell it to the highest bidder. Though he was stealthy enough to steal it, he wasn't really stealthy enough to avoid detection. Though, for the small federation of pirates you were working for them to go into this zone would almost trigger off a gang war, as it's currently under the control of another pirate faction. So, being unknown to any of the factions within the pirate federations, you have been offered a hefty sum in order to return this experimental drive. And if you're able to bring this guy in alive, there's a little bit of an added bonus on top of it, as they will, as they say, give you something less atrocious than the heap that you are flying now.
Aww.
Are those the exact words?
Yes.
I'm
One of our pieces
finding
of
it difficult to figure out why Bark wouldn't have started a fight right there. Um, 'cause Bark doesn't really. I don't think Bark does alive. Like, I think I would more than likely would turn to Zero and Quick. Zora, what's your character's name?
Oh,
Kyrie.
but the captain has told you that's up to you. If you bring him in alive, extra bonus. But if you need to kill him, or if you want to kill him, more power to you.
Right. Bark's gonna turn and look to the rest of the crew and go like, I don't. Alive doesn't leave a mess behind. I don't do alive. That's not right and proper.
Well, it depends. Maybe he got some stuff he can trade for his life. And we just bring back, I don't know, a finger or something.
Finger's a little mess. Bark likes big messes.
Okay, a hand.
That's
Go crazy.
Or a
Okay.
foot.
go crazy. I like the go crazy
arm,
option.
Then he can't steal again.
If he's
Oh,
dead, he can't steal again either. And he makes a
I
big
mean-
mess that way.
But then he can't serve as a reminder.
We could leave a mess behind that will serve as a reminder.
We wouldn't be a very good cleanup crew if we left a mess behind.
Who's cleaning anything up? Oh. Oh. Oh.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
Well, we could come back and clean it up later.
Well, you're practically our janitor. Why don't you clean it up?
Well, there's got to be a mess to clean up.
Yeah, all right, fine. We'll just walk away and leave you to it.
Make the mess and then clean it up. Yeah, that works.
All right, first things first, we gotta find the guy.
Okay. Also,
Oh yeah.
who does what on the ship? Who is doing what?
Pretty
That's
sure
right.
Bark's a gunner, if I remember right.
I fly Mixum.
Yeah, I am a gunner.
I'm the engineer.
I'm the scientist?
The science officer.
Science officer, thank you.
Okay. So you guys have just exited warp into this sector, and it's it used to be one of the primary resource sectors for the packed worlds, as a lot of the planets were heavy in materials, like metals and everything like that. But as time went on, the area began to become a little more contested as full-out war started to erupt between the pack worlds and the pirate factions, to the point to where the pack worlds were driven out of here. It's now primarily used as a rendezvous point, and almost as like a club sector for this pirate faction to meet up and begin planning their various misdeeds throughout open space.
I think gunners, like, in my head, the gunner area is like the bottom of the Millennium Falcon, where it's like that glass kind of cradle and it's just got the gun turret sticking out of it.
That's what I was thinking.
And so Bark's gonna come on the comms, probably with Zero, since she's the pilot, and go, would you look at that? All this mining, there's got to be so much dust out there. These people should pick up after themselves. This is terrible. You know they didn't sweep those floors.
Does he have OCD?
He might.
Well, there you go.
What a beautiful mess that is out there.
Maybe we should take a detour so you can clean it.
Maybe after I make the mess of the guy that ran off with the mop squeezer drive thing.
I like you. You have your priorities straight.
I like shooting things. I don't shoot you because, yeah, then somebody would have to fly the ship, but that would be... I don't know, that might make a mess if we didn't fly the ship. I have to think about this, and he clicks his comm off. He's debating on the benefits of having a pilot versus crashing the ship and making a mess.
You know, if you want a mess you want to clean up, you can come to my part of the ship and just clean up that. I think there's a floor somewhere in there.
Speaking of your area, Zorro, Can you give me a computer skill check?
Yes. Let's see here. First roll of the game, guys.
Magic sight.
Don't botch.
It's gonna set the tone for the entire game.
It's gonna be a botch. It's not a botch.
It's not a botch. So you're set, like the moment you guys have dropped out of space, your sensors do an initial sweep of the area, just to give you a heads up of the surrounding. And while there are no current ships in the area, your sensors have picked up what would be left over from a drive engine. Heading down towards one of the smaller planets. The output from the engine is sort of what sort of fits the description of what you were given for the Renegade Pirates ship.
Now, is everyone on the ship knows this information, or just
Nope,
me?
just you.
Just me.
Just you. Because you are the one manning the sensors.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a ship-wide thing. All right, guys. I know we're all antsy to get started. I know you want a clean bark. And I want to make some money. So I just got a reading on my scanners of maybe our guy. Looks like he's heading this way towards that small planet over there. It's kind of faint, though. He might have been here for a while. Maybe we check it out.
So there's a little sound when Bart turns his comm back on. He says, Zero, you'll be happy to know that I've decided not to kill you, because as big of a mess that the crash would make, we can get access to other messes easier with having the ship and not crashing it.
That's great to hear.
What?
Because I don't want to die. Thanks.
Oh, what's going on? What are we doing?
Yeah, ship, guy, planet. You snooze, you lose, bro. You didn't hear it? We're going that way.
I was busy contemplating the value of our crewmate and ship.
I know Zero said your priorities are straight. I think you're not all there. I don't.
Why, have you found pieces of me somewhere?
You know what? I can make a game out of it. Try to find something.
Okay.
Challenge accepted. Alright. I'm gonna go on the intercom and move into the pilot area and be like, Zero, you read me.
Yes, I hear you.
We
Narish.
all read you. You're on comms.
Read me? Well, no, I want to talk to her specifically.
Get off the channel then.
I do what I want.
No consideration for other people, trying to concentrate on cleaning up messes. Jesus.
Daryl, let's give Bark a reason to clean up another mess. And let's go planet side. See what
Would you like me to go ahead and land the ship now?
Yes, I would like to. Can I also have a soda? Are you dispensary too?
I can make that happen.
Let's make it happen.
What is a dispensary?
It's okay. I'll make some adjustments. I'll do some upgrades for you. We can make this happen right now. Let's just go.
I only think there's one fluid that comes out of her, and I don't think you want it.
I can make this work, guys. I can make this work. We're gonna have a rum machine.
All right, so Mags, is Zero taking this in?
Yep, we are going in.
Okay, so you begin your initial descent onto the planet, and once you break through the atmosphere of the planet, your the science officer alarms and the pilot alarms begin going off as there is a lot of debris in the air, and you can hear some of it almost not even almost hitting the outside of the ship. From where Bark is sitting, he's got a full-on view of just all this dust and debris slamming up against the gunnery pods. and on the underside of the ship. You can see some of it slowly but surely, like chipping away at the cornflower blue paint on the ship.
Do I have a... Alright, so... It's gonna take everything Bark has not to start shooting at bits of asteroid. Do I need a will check for that to, like, not shoot at shit as it comes towards the ship?
Yeah, if you want to like throw out a will check here, I'll let you do that. A will save.
He would actually super be worried about the paint being chipped. So I think he knows better than to.
Yeah, your fingers begin to like slowly press down on the triggers, but like you just shake your head and like for just a split second, you have that sense of calming in your mind that, like, this isn't the right thing to do. This could actually get you in more trouble than it's worth. So you like release your fingers off the triggers and just take a deep breath as you continue to see the dust and debris slamming against the outside of the ship.
I'm gonna have to
Zero.
leave my gunner station at that point and get somewhere where I can't see this happening.
Yeah. You pretty much climb out of the gunner position and into like the main part of the ship, taking a seat behind Zorro, kind of maybe with like a quickness of breath as you're trying to just like saying it's not worth it. Max, can I get a piloting check from you?
Sure can. I'm gonna go ahead and take evasive maneuvers now. Please buckle in.
My character's gonna hold on to the computers and just be like, "Do something."
Okay, it's not bad. You begin to pilot through the debris, and it's a rather close call. You can actually hear some scraping happening on the outside of the ship as you have to quickly turn to avoid a large chunk of rock that's coming and flying through the air. But you're able to get around it enough to where it doesn't damage anything important onto the ship. And with like the little roller coaster ride that is the outside of this planet, you're able to bring it down to a nice and semi-peaceful landing.
I'm gonna look over at Zero. Be like, do you know how hard it is to find cornflower blue ship paint? Do not scratch the ship.
I'll try not to next time.
And then,
Zora,
like
if you're saying
a couple
something, you're
seconds
muted.
later, the Zorro, you get a bleep on your comms as the ship does a basic air quality check for you, and it tells you that it is safe to breathe, but it may be harder to do at the moment as there is a dust storm in progress.
All right. So we're here, guys. Good news and bad news. We can breathe on here. Might want to wear a hanky around our mouths, though.
Wait, which color?
Periwinkle.
I don't know any armies that use periwinkle. Dude, I don't think that's right at all.
Well, clearly you have not been in the other pirate section of galaxies, yes, that have this. It's just standard colors as part of their flag. Their flag, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. We'll accept red. We'll accept anything else. I don't care.
Oh, red I have. Is this
Red? Okay, we're good.
Is this bloodstain red? Is this week old bloodstain red? Is this dried bloodstain red?
Any form of blood works. Whatever makes you happy.
I like fresh blood. Let me go find that one. I'm gonna go to my rainbow closet of jumpsuits and go find the one that's closest to fresh bloodstain red.
Okay.
And put it on over my armor.
I could just see it's not like this is like a full-on walk-in closet of nothing but like janitorial jumpsuits.
In fact, he's got it's on. What he did is he actually modified like a munitions rack so that he can press a button and it just like does the moving closet thing and it just cycles through until he finds the color he wants.
Okay.
Very elaborate.
That is a very elaborate. Yeah, that is very elaborate.
Hey, when you have 14,000 different colored jumpsuits, it's important to be organized.
It's fair.
This is true. This is definitely true. Okay.
I'm going to put on one of those masks that that kind of like tie around, kind of like what DJs usually wear, where they just like it just attaches to my face right here, covers my mouth and nose, and just
So the like the half mask respirators.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna get in my jumpsuit and have my mop with me.
All right, Fox. What are you doing?
So I think if everyone's getting ready to leave the ship, Quick is probably going to step out of the kind of engineering bay area, holding a bunch of respirators in his hand, and see that everybody is wearing handkerchiefs around their mouths. And he's just going to drop the respirators on the floor and continue to the exit.
So I have a slightly silly but also slightly important question.
Okay.
Does Bark have a bucket to go with his mop?
Yes.
Buckets can be useful. This was like I thought about
you
this.
you do have a bucket, but it's technically a makeshift bucket that you took from one of your previous jobs, to where you took the head of a service android and you like cleared it out, and you now pretty much have that as your service bucket.
Perfect.
See, I was picturing just a cardboard box with a bucket drawn on it, but I like that.
Agreed.
I mean, buckets can be thrown and used to carry. They're useful. I want to make sure that I have one. It's like the D&D 10-foot pole. Like, he just doesn't go anywhere without one.
Oh my gosh.
Rather have it not need it than need it not
That's
have it.
right. Can I make the bucket's eyes change color to match my jumpsuit?
I think with that, I am going to need an engineering roll.
Oh god, it's going to be always the opposite of what color my jumpsuit is. Oh, or not.
Oh, hey.
Apparently we'll just
All right.
throw 14s all night.
Yep. So for some strike of luck, you were able to get into the android's like the inside circuitry of its head, and have to install a small toggle switch that you can use to toggle through most colors.
Perfect. It helps sell the illusion. I'm happy.
Yeah.
With it.
So I need to know who's walking out with handkerchiefs, who's walking out with respirators.
I got a respirator.
I've got a respirator.
Janitors
Yeah,
usually
I dropped them all on the floor if you guys want to pick one.
janitors probably can't usually afford respirators, so he's just got a handkerchief that he's holding over his mouth.
Well, you would know that in like in some of the more intense military fields, that some of the janitors do wear respirators to avoid contamination or whatnot, depending on what they're working on.
Okay. Are we in one of those areas?
From what you saw through your gunnery pod, you know this definitely could be one of those instances to where a janitor would need a respirator.
All right, respirator it is then. And now I make Bane comments all night.
Good evening. Oh god. We're just in the Batman.
I was raised in the filth. You merely adapted to it. Okay, sorry.
So you
Okay.
guys, after all your shenanigans, walk down off of the ship, and you are in like a mild dust storm, slightly limiting your field of view. But from what you know previously of the planet, this was one of the small mining planets set here, and there are still leftover remnants of mining corporations and some of their technology along this planet, as well as things that may have been disturbed while the mining was happening. Because these planets are also home to things that like elementals and whatnot that may have been disturbed as the mines got deeper and deeper, which required the use of mercenaries. It's sort of like a security force. So this planet itself is probably not the most hospitable that you've been on.
Okay. Can I do some sort of scan and do a check to see if maybe there's footprints or some sort of chemical or something that was left behind, some sort of trail to see where we can maybe track this guy?
You most certainly can if you can give me a survival check.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Come on, baby. Woo!
Hey!
Surprisingly enough, you pull out a small like box scanner that you took with you from the ship, and it's able to still pick up some of the footprints left by the inhabitants of this planet. It may be like an hour or two older than from when you guys landed.
Okay. And which direction was...
It seems to be leading off towards the northwest. Off in the distance, you can see like a shadowy outline of a structure.
Okay. All right, guys. Picking up some readings. We may have a trail. Let's we want to go check out that structure and see if the coward's hiding out over there.
How in bad repair does this structure look? Is it like intact?
At the moment, you cannot tell because it's been off on. It's just like a silhouette on the horizon from the dust storm.
Okay.
But being the sort of janitor that you are, you can give me trying to think here. What kind of check would you want to do for that?
Totally an athletics check.
No, that's not going to work.
What else do I have that's not negative? Piloting? Like my skills are garbage.
You can give me a survival check.
Yeah, that's a negative one. All right. It's at least not my worst one. Hey!
You know, like just from like taking in the dust storm that you are in now, you know that since this planet is technically abandoned, aside from like a couple scavvers or whatnot that land on here to get whatever scrap that they can, that this place is probably in a severe state of disrepair and filth.
So chances that it has a hole in the roof pretty high.
Pretty high.
Okay. So I would actually well, shit, my character's not that smart. I was gonna say that I would suggest that hey, this building's probably falling apart. We can probably find a hole in the roof if we want to go in and be sneaky about it. If we want to use the ship and drop down through the dust storm into the hole in the roof, but he's also not that smart to think that plan up. So I have a problem playing dumb characters. Yeah, all right. I'm probably just gonna keep quiet. I don't have the intelligence. Like his intelligence is 6. He's good if he remembers to tie his Velcro shoes in the morning.
Velcro shoes.
Like it's just bad.
Or zipper.
All right, I'm just gonna keep walking through the storm.
Okay.
All right, cool.
So you just like you're like, yeah, that's probably a really beat up structure, and you just continue on.
Yep.
Okay. Who is leading the group through this?
I guess technically I could, since I've got the scanner and I'm tracking him, I guess. So I guess in this situation I could be leading.
Okay. Can you give me a D20 roll? Just a straight up D20.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Not necessarily bad.
No, I don't know what's coming though.
It's a punji pit.
It's a space punji
That's
pit. So, Sideshow Bob breaks. So as you guys begin to trek away from your ship, towards the structure in the distance, and as Zora, what is your character's name again?
You just call her Near. It's probably easier. It's Nearish, but it could be just Near.
As Near is looking at her scanner, you all hear a blaster go off as it hits directly in front of her foot. And you could see coming down the side of a small like a small scrap hill are these 2 drones, pretty much with a dual rod pulse laser underneath it and a couple arms and like these weird tentacle like legs.
I'm gonna run out in front of Near with my bucket and my mop. I just be like, whoa, stop it! We're supposed to clean up that thing, structure, building thing over there. Mop and bucket, stop it!
I'm, after being shocked seeing it like just miss me, I'm gonna run back to Zero and Shaker and be like, these are your people, talk to them! Speak Robot!
I'm busy like
Okay,
shaking the mop and bucket at them.
Can you give me a God, I like it's been forever since I played like 3-5 game. Give me a diplomacy check.
Me? All right.
Yep.
That's not terrible. It's just a 0. That's terrible.
Oh,
Hey, it's better than her 3, so it's not terrible.
Okay,
Still not good.
so the drones like come down to about 15 feet from you, and you can see that they begin to power up their blasters again, but you hear one of them say, "Present ID," or "Present identification."
Well, I'm a janitor, hence the mop and the bucket and the jumpsuit. I don't really have an ID. They're my crew, hence the mop and the bucket and the jumpsuit.
All janitorial crew are required to carry Sector 2 permits.
Well,
Present identification.
my Sector 2 permit got chewed off the last job because somebody told me the space rats were dead and they weren't. And I'm waiting on a new one.
I'm gonna look slightly insulted by Space Rat.
I brought one of them with me to show my supervisor
You
how
have
big they get
5
down there.
seconds to comply, or deadly force will be authorized.
At
well,
that
that's
point,
not very nice.
fuck it, he's gonna hit him with the mop. Which
Oh god!
All right, let's throw out initiatives here.
Lordy.
You guys have a hacker!
where is my initiative?
Bark, no!
Hey, it probably
It's-
would have gone worse if I'd have done it because I have a -5 in my charisma.
Initiative is
Down at the
Almost
bottom
there.
in other statistics.
halfway
Ah,
down.
there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Way at the bottom?
I rolled a 3.02. All right.
Good.
That's amazing.
The .02 is your is your dexterity score used
Yeah.
to break any ties.
Gotcha.
Hey, Alicorn.
Where is this?
About halfway down. On left side, there's a big black button that says initiative.
I see it now.
Just above your feats and special abilities.
Just above my feet or my ankles. What are you talking about?
That's an 11.
I don't know. At my height, all I can see is your feet and ankles.
You're not that much taller than me.
Hey-ya!
Would Quick be insulted if I wanted to like carry him on my shoulder sometime? Would that just be rude?
Give him a piggyback ride.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, so
parrot is-
Bark.
if you
Bart got a
asked
6.
first, it would be fine.
Bark did get a 6.
All right, so
Hey, before we get into combat, let's take our first break for the night, though.
all right.
So, you folks watching the Space Janitor Chronicles and how terribly those are going, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We are trying out Starfinder this month on RPG Mixtape. Our guest this month is the other direction, Zoro for me. She's actually going to be joining us next month as well as we replace RPG Mixtape with a long-standing game where we're going to be playing a pirate D&D campaign that we're calling Keelhault, and we need one more player. So if you guys are interested in that, hit me up on Discord, hit up Alicorn on Discord. She's our community manager. She will be happy to talk to you about it and talk you out of it. I mean, into it. But we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, get up, stretch legs, leave some tunes on for you guys, and we will be right back. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.
You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast.
Switching.
Back, 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 West Coast. Back, back, West Coast. Back, 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 back. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. Back, 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 West Coast. Back, back, West Coast is back. Back, 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 back. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast, West Coast. Switching. Back, West Coast. Back, West Coast. Back. You know the West Coast is back. West Coast. Back, West Coast is back. You know the West Coast is back. You know the West Coast. You know the West Coast. You know the West Coast. You know the West Coast is back. You know the West Coast. You know the West Coast. You know the West Coast. You know the West Coast is back.
Yeah. We in the game. We on the stage. It's 508. Hey, you know the name. We get it lit. We make them rave. It's the campaign. Pop the champagne. Pop the champagne like we.
All right, we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Hiya.
I don't know what Pretzel's playing. I don't know. I clearly need to make actual playlists and not just let it play shit. But I'll fix that later.
So,
Already.
before we left, Bark kind of failed to convince the security drones that you guys were the janitorial crew for this planet. And combat initiated. And Zero is going to go first.
Yay!
Does Bark not get the first action smacking something with the mop? And
He does not. He would have if he didn't try to convince them that he was the janitor.
Not my fault they were terribly convinced. Oh, wait. Maybe it is. Clearly,
Alright.
should not have made charisma my dumb stat. Actually, it's not my dumb stat. Never mind. That's my intelligence.
So I'm kind of like half guarding near and like just kind of half like casually standing there. He's like, I am sorry about this, but you are in the way of our mission.
Okay. Well, it hits, but when you shoot it, it kind of just like wings it a little bit as you see like the top part of it, some of the paint being scraped off of the side from the blast.
Boo. Throw the damn gun next time.
So the first robot, the first drone, I should say, lets out a shot towards Bark with its laser pistol.
Brood?
Rude.
Jesus.
Fuck, a plus nine. Yeah, that hit.
All right, so this is because it would go off of your energy armor class.
Yep, that totally hits.
It doesn't hurt that much though. So remember, it doesn't take away from hit points right away. It takes away from stamina.
So it's the SP.
The SP, yeah. So you're going to take 2 points of damage. You're going to take 2 points of damage here.
All right, got it.
And the second bot, after getting chipped with its little, or from Zero's laser blast, is going to let a laser blast of its own out towards her. Oh, well.
That crit.
Well.
Well.
Give me one moment here.
No.
I have to see how critical hits are ruled in this game, like what we do for it.
It hurts a lot.
Oh, I know it hurts a lot. It's like 3-5 Pathfinder. It's gonna hurt a lot. but I want to make sure how much it hurts. So let's see.
I don't have feelings. It's fine.
So I just feel like I should.
You roll
share
damage twice.
with everybody that I have this emote and I don't know why.
It looks like it's one of Blue Jay's emotes.
It is, but it's I just don't. I don't.
It's like a creepy.
It's a creepy plastic baby head that's turned into some Satan.
It's like something from Layers from Fear.
All right.
Oh.
So Zero's going to take 5 damage.
Man.
As it just slams directly into the center of her chest. Near.
Oh goodness. All right. How far away are the robot drones?
From you?
Yes. And are they like hovering at all? Well,
Yeah,
they're how high?
They're hovering like off the ground, maybe about probably eye level with I wanted to call him Brack with Bark.
Brack's probably about right though.
Brack.
But they're maybe 15 feet away from you.
Oh, okay. So they're pretty close.
They're pretty close.
Okay. Well, I'm going to. Oh goodness. Sorry, I'm trying to look at my spells here. I am gonna go ahead and do Unfriendly Fire.
Did you say unfriendly fire?
It's called Unfriendly Fire.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah,
I heard
I
you
thought
right.
you said friendly fire. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
That's HP
Unfriendly
Fox's move.
fire.
Don't steal that from him.
Sorry.
My signature move. Jesus.
I'm gonna shoot my allies to show the others that I'm on their team.
Oh crap! I don't have that pulled up yet. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna shoot with my pistol. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. And it's a flame pistol, so it's just got like a little bit of
She's
fire damage.
Totally gonna botch and set me on fire.
It's a pea shooter, basically.
Okay.
Okay, so gonna roll. So this is a ranged.
You can also click on the weapon itself, I believe,
Oh, my bad. Okay.
and because it will also roll the damage and everything. But an 18
Okay.
will hit, so you can go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
There you go. So it does 6 fire damage.
Oh snap!
So are you shooting the one that shot at Brack or the one that shot at?
Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the one that shot at Brack.
Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm just changing his name to Brack.
I called him Brack. Man.
Sorry. Bark. See, now I'm doing it. Bark.
The Brack's contagious.
All right, so you let out a small burst of flame from your pistol, and you see that it washes over the bot, kind of making it try to correct itself as the flames seem to mess with its stability just a little bit.
Quick, who very unironically is last on the turn order.
Nope, because Bark
Wow.
hasn't gone yet.
Oh, you rolled lower than me? I
did.
botched my
I
initiative.
rolled a 6.
My initiative was a 3.
Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah, wait, sorry, Bark. Completely forgot about you. I didn't see you. So
All right.
it's Bark's turn then.
All right, so there's one on fire in front of me.
Well, it's not on fire. Of just a burst of fire washed over it for a second.
I want to take my bucket and like put it down over top of this thing's sensor, wherever its visual optics are, and then smack it with the with his mop.
So you're putting like it on him like a helmet, and you're gonna brain him with it.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to cover wherever his optics are with the bucket, and then I'm gonna just smack the shit out of him with the longsword.
Okay. So with the way that they're designed, their sensors are down like in the front of their face.
Okay.
So instead of putting it over them, I could see you throw the bucket at him, And while it's like blocking the sensor, you just come around with the mop sword.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
So you just want me to give you an attack roll with the sword?
Yeah, with the mop sword.
Okay.
Oh, that'll hit.
Yep.
All right.
Why is it rolling 2D? Never mind.
So you clang this thing, and you see it spin around in the air as like a little spark comes out of its side where the sword bit into the armor plating. 0.
I think it's Splinter's turn.
Oh yeah, it's Splinter's turn. I'm sorry.
It's because he's so tiny.
He is. I mean, he's only like 3.5 feet tall or something, so easy to miss. I don't know if electric damage does anything extra to machines, but we'll find out.
Okay.
You go ahead and shoot at. Oh, not with the 6. Never mind.
Okay, that goes wide.
There's dust in my eyes.
There's like a little bit of dust gets into your eyes, and the shot goes wide. But as you see it go wide, you see them for a moment, like almost course correct, to try to avoid the blast. Like almost as if it had a concern that electricity was coming at them.
It's good to know.
All right, now 0.
Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Hit, pick, scroll, where are things? God, this sheet's so confusing. There we go. So the one that I grazed its paint, I'm going to politely try to graze more paint.
All right.
You had a speck of something there. I was getting it off for you.
This one actually hits the back of it. Again, a little spark comes off of one of its engines, but for the most part, it still seems to be able to retain its hovering stance. All right. So the robot, that bot, not really liking the fact that there was a that it just keeps getting pinged by this android. You see a small tube drop out from underneath the laser mounts,
It's gonna pee on you.
and then you hear this
That dog.
thunk as a small grenade is launched towards you.
I was wrong. It's not pee.
It's a big duty. Oh. Oh. Oh, look at that! My goodness.
So, do you have a backup character, Meg?
Oh.
How much HP did you say you had?
All right.
Not much.
So, okay. So this is actually it's a dex save.
Oh, that
So-
I can do.
Yeah, it's a dex save. So so since it hits you, I need you to give me a dexterity save.
I think it's just a dex roll. I don't think these actually have dex saves. There's
It's a reflex. It's a
save.
reflex save.
There you go.
It's a reflex
Okay,
save.
so just do the dex check.
Nope.
No, reflex check. The reflex save under your saving throws.
Yeah.
Reflex. Okay.
Yeah, because this is based on third ed, so that's
Yeah.
just a fort reflex of will.
To the left of your skill list.
Under
I'll
currency
find
and
it.
experience,
Yeah,
there's the
yeah,
saving.
there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, and Zorro, can Nier give me a reflex save as well?
Oh goodness.
If it makes it any better, I am kind of body blocking.
Let's see. Oh, let's scroll back up here.
But are your body moving?
Well, you're not body blocking anymore. You just jumped out of the way.
All right. So this
I'm sorry.
this little grenade shoots out towards Zero, and it explodes. But she rolls out of the way as this white web substance, it just expands out and ends up covering Nier. So you are going to be entangled
Oh great.
for 4 rounds.
Oh. Okay. I wiggle out of it.
You can try on your turns.
Okay.
Right now, it's a second robot who is going, not really liking the fact that it just got dinged with the mop. Goes in and tries to just slam directly into. Okay, is he Brack now, or is he still Bark?
He's still Bark, but
Okay, slam into Bark.
Because reasons.
Just want to make sure, because you said you were changing his name, but I wanted to make sure before I started calling him Brack. Does a 20 beat your kinetic armor class?
What if I say no?
I'm going to take that as it hits you.
Yeah, it did.
So you're going to take another 5 damage as it just lowers itself and just slams into your chest. Almost like as if it's trying to knock you down.
So I am out of SP now, so that means any damage I take hits my
Is HP.
Okay. So start rolling a backup character pretty soon.
Aww. Oh, one.
Near.
I can't do anything, can I?
You can't move.
I can't move.
You can still shoot.
I have telekinesis and all that stuff, so I have basically it's mage hand.
Mm-hmm.
But I can use it with my mind. It's a concentration.
Mind bullets.
So
Mind
I'm gonna
bullets,
use
Kyle.
that. However, I don't have that pulled up. Let's see here. Hold on, quick. So psychokinetic hand is what it is. I think I just move objects with it. Actually, I don't.
Yeah,
think I
up to 5 pounds.
How heavy is this net or whatever that's around me?
It's not really a net. It's more of like a spider web was thrown over you. It's just like this very sticky substance.
So I can't lift it up with my mind if I wanted to.
You know what? If you're trying, if you're trying to get out of the webbing itself, it's just a reflex check to like
Okay.
pull yourself out of it.
Because I can't really do anything else at this point. So yeah, let's go ahead and reflex.
All right. Yep, you're able to like wiggle and squirm out of the webbing itself.
Woo! All right, guys, I'm back. What I missed? Woo! 0?
Bark.
Talking later.
Bark is not super happy that this thing just hit him. How tall is this robot?
How tall is it, or like?
Is it like eye level with him, or is it? Like
Oh yeah, no,
short?
it flew up eye level with you to like tell you to identify yourself and whatnot.
Oh, so it's floating in the air. All right.
Yeah, they're drones. They're little hover drones. Think like the shitty iBots from Empire.
Okay. One part of me wants to just punch it, but the other part of me knows that like I do crap damage with punches. So I think I'm gonna like use the greatsword again and just try to cleave this thing in half with my mop.
Okay, so you're just gonna hit it with the sword mop?
Yep,
That will do it.
that damage.
As like it like bumps into you and it like corrects itself up to look at you again, and just with sort of like an annoyed grunt, you bring your long sword down and end up cleaving it in two. As it like sparks and falls to the ground, and then there is just like a small explosion from the two halves as its battery packs and everything have been destroyed. Quick.
So there's one more left, yes?
There is one more left, and that's been the one that's been shooting at 0.
Okay. So mechanics question, do like androids, like or robotics, drones, whatever these happen to be, do they have intelligence scores or not?
I will tell you in a moment. I believe they do. I believe they do have an intelligence, seeing as because they're artificial.
Okay.
Yes, they do have They do have intelligence.
Okay, so I am going to try this. I don't know if it's going to work because apparently to input damage on spells, you have to edit the macro. So let's find out.
Mind bullets.
Hey, it did. Okay.
So
it
will
has-
save of 14.
Yeah, DC 14 will save to take half damage.
This poor robot. Let's see. What are its saves here? Wow. Okay. I believe it's going to be toast here, but we will check.
So it is going to take 11 damage.
Okay, so Quick just puts his fingers to his mind, his temples, and he looks at the robot that seems to like just start going a little bit haywire as you see sparks and like small bouts of flame coming out from around its antennas as it's struggling now to keep itself airborne. 0.
All right. Why mess with a good thing? We're gonna shoot it again. Same one that I've been shooting. No, it was almost a 20. Why?
All right, and as it's trying its best to be able to like maintain its balance, another blaster shot from 0 slams into its side and just it makes it explode into like a shower of shrapnel and sparking electronics. You guys survived your first encounter.
Doesn't feel like it.
Hey, I'm just fine.
Look here, Shorty.
0.
I also only have 2 max HP, so I have to be just fine. Otherwise,
Oh gosh.
Won't be.
Well, you should have other HP as well from your class.
well, I have 7 stamina, but I didn't read anything about any additional HP.
Give me a second here.
While they are looking things up, I'm going to take a minute. We are doing a giveaway this evening. If you folks would like this lovely dice box from Elderwood Academy. Nice blonde wood, has a nice moon engraving on the front, and has our logo on the back, and the set of dice that are contained within. We are doing a giveaway for it. If you want to get in on that, it is ! Elderwood, and the number of entries you would like. Each entry costs you 1 XP. You can get up to 500 entries. If you do not know how much XP you have, hit ! Level to find out. And yeah, Elderwood Academy sent us these to give away, so we're sending them out to lucky people. You do have to be here when we draw the winner, and you have to be able to tell us what you won, and if you have to be following the channel. So, as long as you can achieve all 3 of those things, this could be yours for the low price of nothing. Other than your luck. So, enter the giveaway if you guys want a dice box, and I will send those out tomorrow. Mags, I've got to send you yours from our staff giveaway, so you will have one. Doc Regro got one. It looks beautiful. Somebody linked his, HP Fox did my job for me and linked this tweet earlier. I will see if I can go find that link. Somewhere.
Fox, what class are you?
He's a
Mystic.
You have an additional 6 HP.
Oh, I did not see that anywhere in the description.
Yeah, it's on the title bar of it, right next to your Constitution score.
Gotcha.
Where HP Fox actually linked this earlier.
I did somewhere. Oh, there it is. I found it.
All
I'll
right.
link it again.
Thank you. So yeah, thank you, HP Fox. That is the one that we had sent Doc Row from our last giveaway, and we've got another one going on tonight. So yeah, if you guys want to get in on that, jump on it.
Okay, so you guys also have things known as resolve points.
I have 0 of those.
Everyone, okay, so the way you calculate your resolve points, and this is important, is you have half of your level rounded down to a minimum of 1, plus the modifier of your key ability score.
Okay.
And that's how you use your resolve points.
Okay.
And resolve points can be spent in a number of ways, and many classes let you spend them to activate class features and regain resources. Some abilities don't require you to spend points, but are active only as long as you have a minimum number of resolve points available. Your resolve points can never drop below 0. Dying causes you to lose 1 resolve point. If you would lose resolve points due to dying and don't have any remaining, you're dead. Once per day, characters can regain any spent resolve points by getting a full 8 hours of uninterrupted rest. This is also resolve points are also how you regain your stamina by spending a resolve point and taking 10 minutes of uninterrupted rest.
Okay.
So with the robots, or with the 2 drones destroyed, another beep begins to come from Nier's box scanner, and it's letting you know that there are another 2 ships coming in from orbit, and their target location seems to be that same the same building that you're headed towards.
So now that fun is over, no problem. A little. Brack, you ready to fight some more? Maybe.
I've got to sweep up these parts first.
Okay.
And he's literally like pushing the robot parts around, probably into his bucket with what would actually be like, if he was holding the longsword, it would probably be the pommel of his longsword. He's probably holding it by the blade.
And just like pushing them in?
Yeah, just pushing them into his bucket.
Okay.
And Quick is probably there crouched over the bucket, going through all the parts that he sweeps in there, trying to look for useful components for the ship.
All right, give me a God, I am so used to 5th edition now.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a perception check. Okay, you're able to find a few small components that were inside the one that was shot, not shot, but cleaved in half by
Brack.
I almost called him Brack again.
By Brack.
Bark. That could possibly be backups for the either the science or engineering station.
Nice. I will pocket those.
All right. Give me a D4. All right, you found 3 of them.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Can I hack into these drones, whatever is left of them, and see, find out any information on them as far as like who sent them, who they work for, if they sent out a signal?
Bark already hacked.
He hacked it away.
There's no information there. It's already been hacked.
There's no chip. Hang
Okay, so the one that got shot by Zero is kind of toasted thanks to the combination of her shot and then the mind bullets from Quick. But again, the one that's split in half, you may be able to get some information off of, but I'm going to need you to give me a computer's check.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm really good with computers, guys.
So you plug it in, and for whatever reason, you're able to pull down the complete schematics of the building that you're headed towards. It even gives you details that this was once previously one of the storage depots for the Packworld mining systems, to where this is where all the processed material would be stored and shipped from. So there is aside from the storage facility, there is a small administrative building, and then a large hangar and airstrip that was used for the cargo ships to land and pick everything up.
Okay. So Mir's gonna turn and look at Bark and be like, okay, Bark, got some pretty neat stuff from this drone. I need you to pay attention now. So I know where things are in the building. So we're gonna take it at a time and not trigger any more drones. Okay?
More things to clean up?
Yes! It's a rundown, terrible building we can sweep along the way, but we gotta be careful.
But why would we sweep it along the way? There was just too much dust out here. We'd just come back. That doesn't make any sense.
It gives you more to clean.
No, this is impossible cleaning.
Well then,
I would need an army of
clean.
barks.
What if I smash stuff along the way? Like I just have my hand out as we're walking along, just smash everything that we can find, and you just clean that up.
Why would you do that? Why would you?
To help you. I'm here for you.
I don't think you are.
Don't cause well.
I think you're making more messes.
No, I'm not. I'm here for
an
you.
impossible place to clean up. You don't know what you're talking about.
I do. You just don't know. Shh. It's okay. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. This time, Zero, you're in the front. Block grenades this time.
Gladly.
Alright.
She just surely marches in the front of the line.
Oh, you're okay. So
Zero. I'm gonna be behind Zero with my little scanner out.
all right, Zero, can you give me a D20?
Sure, I'm officially the cow catcher.
You're a robot. It's okay.
What's a cow?
Space cow.
Space moo?
Okay.
An army of automated mops.
We're not doing
Is
good
that
on
the same
this,
thing
are we?
you rolled?
It's because I'm touching you. That's why I'm like, go, move.
All right, Zero, can you give me a dex or a reflex saving throw?
Sure can. Not a punch
You can.
Okay, so you, as you're walking, like the dust storm kicks up, like just this heavy gust of dust and debris in your face. And as you're walking, you can feel like the emptiness below one of your feet. But as quick as you're able to turn around and grab a hold of Nier as a brace, stopping you from falling into what you now see as a small hole in the ground.
Bungee pit.
Down in the crater itself is the remnants of what almost looks to be a speeder bike. But it looks like it, from what you can see, it's probably in a sense to where you cannot repair it. But you can see these small, like little flame spiders running over it.
Ugh.
Someone should clean that. Not let the spiders make nests. They don't take care of their things.
And I'm okay with that. If you wanna hop in, Bark. I don't think we need to pay attention to them right now, though. We still gotta get that guy.
Why would I hop in? That would just add further for me to fall down. Why not just slide down the sides?
It does look like a long way down. I wouldn't recommend it.
Why would you hop? No.
Well, do you have any rope to climb down? Because I got nothing, buddy.
Wait. Mechanics question.
Yes.
That net that got thrown on her from the grenade, could it be made into a rope?
It could not, because it's not really a net. It was a sticky bomb, so it pretty much exploded and shot out just like this web of just
She
sticky
got Spider-Man.
Yeah, she got Spider-Man.
I was curious. I wasn't sure if it was an actual like net or if it was like a sticky bomb. So that's why.
No, it
Spider in
was
the
it was a sticky net.
Okay. How deep's the hole? 15 feet.
The hole itself is probably about a 10-foot hole, 10 foot down.
How tall's the speeder? If I was to like stand it on end.
It's a speeder for a medium-sized person.
So it could climb back up out of the hole via the speeder.
Yeah.
No, it's too much to clean up.
All right, now that we've encountered that second time, can I scan? Can I just do a scan and see if there's anything I can detect, whether it's robots or life forms or metal?
Sure. How far are you spreading out the scan area?
What's my limit?
You could probably scan out about 50 feet in all directions.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Would that be computer?
That would be computer check.
Okie dokie. Guys, I'm
Damn.
really good at computers.
Jesus Christ. All right, so
Potato.
it lets
Tell
out
me everything.
you let out again another like little scan pulse from your box. And you can tell that off to the left of you, a little bit of ways, is a small depot that has faint is giving off like a small faint mechanical pulse from it. You don't know if it's some sort of bot or ship or what, but there is something definitely intact in there. Off from the northwest of you, where that compound is, you're getting multiple blips of more and more like mechanical life forms appearing on the runway.
Okay. So I'm going to relay that information to everybody and be like, hey guys, my scanners just picked up a lot of things in that building. But I totally want to get this guy. He could be in there for all we know. But I had a little blip this way. I don't know what it is, but it could be a decoy, could be a scanner or something. Maybe we should go check it out.
I agree. We should check out the smaller item.
Good. Push you up front with your scanner and have her walk forward again.
Why do I feel like she's your test penguin?
Send them
She's
on-
the cobalt on the stick.
Yeah.
She is the cobalt on a stick.
I can put her back
Mags.
together. She's fine. She's fine.
Here.
She's fine.
So Bark is gonna go up to Zero and hand her the bucket, and go, here, watch, and throw it out 5 feet, and then walk and go get it, and then throw it out 5 feet, and then walk and go get it. Is to check for things. Check for messes.
Yes, but all that space between me throw and it land is not checked.
Well, it's shaped like a head. You could roll it.
Looking down at this disembodied face, like
I can just see like you're walking over and you're just like slowly but surely kicking it in front of you.
It's not canned for kicks. What are you doing?
we are kicking the bucket.
No, that's bad.
You never played that as a kid?
No, other people around me played that game. I never played that game. Was not very good at it. All of a sudden,
Full of
Bark
Charlie
is
Brown
rushing.
and kind of missed it every time.
It's not my fault. Ground kept moving.
It's okay. Well, now you can practice. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Play kick
Okay.
the bucket.
No, kicking buckets is bad. You kick cans,
Please
not buckets.
scoot the bucket.
Scooting bucket is fine. Just
Scoop
don't
bucket,
kick
okay.
buckets. Don't kick the bucket. That is bad.
Bark, scoop bucket.
Don't kick
Scoop
the
bucket.
baby.
Good bark.
Scooping the bucket. No, who's the thing you think about scooping buckets? That's silly. You use buckets to scoop. You don't scoop buckets.
Scoop bucket with a bucket.
I don't understand you.
All right. So Zero,
Yes.
are you like throwing the bucket out in front of you, like every now and then, or are you just?
I'm doing my best to roll it. In
Okay.
spite of the fact it's like shaped like this oblong egg, because it's a head.
You gotta go in circles that way.
Okay, so as you're rolling it, you roll it out about 10 feet in front of you, and you just see this blast just obliterate it.
What did you do to bucket?
Like
We should not step there.
in front of you, you can see the outer walls of this building, and there are 2 laser turrets that are currently active. And it looks like when you rolled the bucket, it crossed the proximity.
Motion detection.
Yeah, and it kicked off a motion detector, and it just blew the bucket apart.
You bark new bucket.
As long as it's not my bucket.
I will have a new bucket one way or the other. You owe Bark a bucket life debt.
Bucket will be a
A
bed.
janitorial life debt.
Right. New bucket will be had, or bucket will come from yours. Your bucket.
We'll take that under advisement.
Can I hack into the laser systems and shut them off?
What device do you have for a hack for that?
I have a computer.
You have a computer.
I have a computer.
Can a computer be a bucket?
Oh, you know what? I have a toolkit. It's a hacking kit.
All right. So in order to do that, you would have to get close to them to be able to get into the control box for them. Not saying it's impossible.
Is there any cover then? Like as far as like rocks or
There's debris and whatnot scattered about if you were going to try to run, try to zigzag between them.
There's bucket parts everywhere.
We could hide behind a door and shimmy past.
Where you see door?
Debris.
Make one.
Pick up the door.
Carry it with us.
That's not a door. That's a wall, and not really a wall. It's just debris. You are not very good at naming things.
I don't
I
name
think
things.
I'm gonna
I fly the
stealth
ship.
instead, guys.
You're gonna stealth.
I'm gonna try to get as close as I can.
Okay.
Oh,
So you just see Nier just get like this look of courage on her face, and she just begins to slowly but surely like walk forward towards the proximity line of the motion detector.
What are you doing? Did you not see what happened to Bucket? What?
Can you give me a stealth check?
Yes.
You
I'm dead. Bye.
Can you give me a reflex save, please?
he loved you so much. Oh God!
did you not see what happened to Bucket? You
Okay,
You are new Bucket now.
as like in all of her confidence and everything, Nier steps forward like a couple steps across the proximity line, and then all of a sudden everyone hears the one of the turrets spring to life and a shot goes off.
She is new Bucket now.
No.
Hopefully Bucket can fly ship.
Oh my God.
So it misses her and ends up like just shooting hitting the ground right in front of you, leaving probably a good like foot hole in front, like directly in front of you. But you could see the other one. You could see the other one like slowly turning, getting ready for another shot.
Okay, I'm gonna fall over because it Here's
You're going
Before
to
we
be
do
new
this,
bucket.
I need initiative checks
God.
from everyone.
Oh, Bessie.
I want to go home now.
You're going to be new bucket.
Gonna be new bucket. My head's gonna be new bucket. What's left of it?
She's 23.05, just in case you needed any more initiative.
Just that 0.5.
Just in case.
It's for tie breaking, Regin.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just that 0.05, just in case you need it.
Did I rolled a nat 20 on my initiative. That's a wasted fucking nat 20.
Give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to calculate everything.
Don't hurt yourself.
Bark is just really mad about his bucket, so he just wants to take care of shit. Start throwing rocks at these things.
All right, 0.
My action is going to be grabbing, because since I was fairly close to her, I'm going to grab her by the ankles and drag her out of harm's way. That is my action.
Okay, so you're running over the proximity line to grab her and try to drag her back.
I think that would be an athletics.
Pretty light.
Well, I don't. This would also be a question for Nier. Feeling the tug from Zero, would you allow her to help drag you back? Are you pressed in going forward?
That shot kind of scared the bejeebus out of me. So I'm just kind of frozen for the time being, so she can tug on me all she wants, and I'm just not there. I'm just like,
all right, yeah. Give me an athletics roll, Mags.
Okay. Oh, I gotta click the die thingy next to it.
Okay, so you seeing the blast go off and almost obliterate Nier, you run forward, grabbing her and like putting her over her shoulder as you turn and begin to run back towards the group. Bark.
Technically, they are the one that broke your bucket.
I'm thinking.
Don't hurt yourself.
How are there pieces of bucket within reach?
There are pieces of bucket in reach. Bucket has been pretty much obliterated into 5 different parts, and they're scattered probably about in a 10-foot like a 10-foot arc of each other.
So what I want to do is I want to grab like the nastiest shrapnel bucket that I can find and throw it, hopefully hitting this thing in like its sights or down its barrel to jam the barrel. He's not going to be very good at this, but that's,
all right.
That's
I'm going to need a perception check first since you're searching for something.
Oh, this will go great. I have dust in my eyes because Bucket's not around to catch it for me.
You begin to look around as like frantically as possible, but just the image of your bucket being destroyed is just currently like playing and repeat in your head so much it's distracting you from finding anything else. Like, and the arms of an angel are playing in your head as you're just like in slow motion, just seeing the bucket being obliterated over and over and over again. Sometimes from like dramatic angles and like Michael Bay explosions going on and everything.
All right.
And then like just the memories, all the good memories you had with Bucket playing in your mind.
That time that I killed that guy, that time that other guy's head fell into Bucket.
All the wonderful times you've used Bucket to clean up the ship.
How are these things like up perched on a wall?
Yeah, they're like small. They're like perched up on a wall. They're like small, almost batteries, sort of.
How tall is the wall? Like, is this something that I could jump and?
The wall is a waist high wall.
Oh, perfect. I think in his mournful rage, Bark is just gonna charge one of them and like try to just knock it off the wall.
Okay.
With his so I have a class ability called Hammer Fist that allows me to use my unarmed strike as if it were a battle glove.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a +2 bonus for damage rolls when using the ability. So.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna rush this thing and just try to knock it as far off into the distance. If I can see like the little twinkle as it disappears over the horizon, that'll make me happy. Do you just want me to like roll the
Do the attack.
Okay.
Yeah, roll the attack.
So I'm gonna use this as Vex Fist, but what I've done is I've just updated the damage to reflect what it would be if it was a battle glove.
Okay.
Jesus fuck!
So Bark rushes forward, getting ready to like you just see him pull back in like the rage, like tears flying from his eyes.
Guys.
But he swings too soon and just catches nothing but air and gets like spins around, and all he can now see is the rest of the group as Zero is running away with a traumatized Nier over her shoulder.
You should see what they did to Bucket, guys. I can't.
And then you hear the gun behind you, Bark, begin to power up.
I really just kind of want to like drop my head and just take it. Like, Bucket.
Does a 16 beat your energy armor?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Shit. So question about SP. That does
Yes.
not replenish between battles?
Okay, so SP, the way you regenerate it is you spend one of the resolve points, and you have 10 minutes of uninterrupted rest. So, like, as you guys are walking and everything, that would be fine.
Okay.
If you wanted to do that,
up.
if you wanted to do that, I'll let you regenerate your SP.
Okay, I can do that. My total
All right.
like 7. And
All
it's
right,
gone
so as the blast goes off, just slamming into your back.
again. Actually,
What's up?
sorry. No, go ahead.
No, it sounded like you had a question.
No, I was gonna say I still have some SP after that attack, so I think he's just gonna like stand there. He's got his head down, and this thing shoots him in the back, and he just kind of like lurches forward a little bit, feeling it, but he's just not caring.
Yeah, you get pushed forward, and you like end up like hitting the side of like one of like a broken down like a small broken down transport vehicle.
He's just like laying over the hood crying. I tried
Quick.
to avenge my Bucket, and I could not. I have failed.
I'm coming to join you, Bucket.
I will see you soon.
So, from where I am, can I see if there's any like power cables running up to these things or any sort of interface on the outside that if we passed through their proximity area, we'd be able to get to? Or
Give me a perception check.
I can do that.
Oh yeah, you see that there are like heavy duty electrical cables that are connected up into the battery that seems to be powering them, and they converge onto a central power box that Nier was trying to head towards to hack.
Okay.
It's also seems to be encased in a small cage, like a small protective cage, so like debris or anything isn't gonna like ruin it.
Now, would I have to have like some sort of hacking module to get into it, or if I actually got my hands on that interface, would I be able to just try and access it through that?
You can try to like it wouldn't be really hacking; it would be more hot wiring at that moment.
Okay.
And it would go that at that point it would go off an engineering roll.
Okay, so I am going to try and get there, and I'm going to use acrobatics to move my way through the proximity area with my Moxie racial ability, which would be a +5 to that.
Okay. So you're pretty much trying to move as acrobatic as possible, trying to stay out of their targeting sensors.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and give me that acrobatics check.
29.
So it's not as much of like backflips and everything, but you're running and you're jumping through like the compartments and like small like areas of like the broken down vehicles and just like leftover scrap, using everything you can to like obstruct their view as you're zipping through everything.
Perfect.
And you make it you're able to make it up to the waist high wall, planting yourself up against the edge. As you can see off to your right, Bark like laying over the hood of one of these broken down service vehicles, crying.
Just loud, obnoxious sobs.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's probably all I can do on this turn, since that was my action and movement.
Yeah, but with that, like you're able to get through that without the guns noticing you.
Awesome.
The second gun, again, you hear it powering up as it shoots a blast towards Zero.
Well.
Okay.
We have the technology. We can rebuild her.
No, I didn't want to roll the d20 again. Okay, so you're going to take 14 damage.
Almost max damage on that. Wow.
That tickles a little bit.
So, how you doing, Max?
I'm not.
So.
What do you mean you're not?
She did.
Did that reduce you?
Death?
I only had 4 HP and 6 SP.
Okay. Okay, so you're not dead. You aren't dead. It's the same thing as in any other D&D game. Let me get it. Let me bring this up.
You're short-circuiting out?
But the blast throws you over the proximity line as both you and Nier go tumbling into the dust. You now having a very nice blaster hole in your back.
Ow.
I think, real quick, Rojan, while you're looking those rules up, and that's a good spot, let's go ahead and take our second break for the night.
Yep.
So you folks watching at home as we get fucking murdered, thanks for hanging out with us. We will be rolling new characters here shortly, I'm sure. But we're going to take a quick break, get up, stretch legs, all that good fun stuff, and we will see you back here in about 5 minutes or so.
Wanna be found. put in work, work. Put in work.
All right, we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh man,
Please stop killing us.
We're gonna die.
I don't mean to roll 20s.
Well, then
It's
stop
not my
rolling
fault.
20s.
No,
Roll smaller dice. Then you can't roll 20.
only roll a d10.
That's right.
All right. So if you are unconscious, to stay in the fight, there's a chance you will eventually recover. Oh, yeah. So
You're dead. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Hook me up to jumper cables. I'll be fine.
So there are several ways to stabilize a dying creature, including first aid healing and spending resolve points. Once stable, you are no longer dying and no longer losing resolve points, but you still have 0 HP and are unconscious. So if you are dying and you have enough resolve points, you can spend a number of resolve points equal to 1/4 your maximum. 1/4 of your maximum resolve, minimum 1 RP, maximum 3, on your turn to immediately stabilize. This means you are no longer dying, but you remain unconscious. If you do not have enough resolve points remaining, you cannot use this option and continue to lose resolve as normal per the dying rules. So, how many resolve points do you have right now, Mags?
I have 5.
Okay, so let's see, 1/4 your maximum. So that would be what, just 1?
Well, my maximum is 6.
Oh, your maximum is 6?
Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
All right, so you can spend 1/4 of that to instantly stabilize on your turn.
It's like, what, 2?
1.
1.
1. Okay.
Yeah, if you're rolling down, or if you're rounding
Yeah.
down, it's 1.
It's rounding down, so it would be 1, and you would stabilize, but you have 0 HP.
Okay. So I just knock one off?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put that here so I know exactly what we're looking at for how she's going to be able to get some
40.
HP. But that threw both 0 and near off of the out of the way. So you guys aren't in proximity of being shot anymore. And it's Nier's turn.
Oh God.
Yeah, you just see this like
Just a lot.
this huge like singed mark on the back of Zero, just smoking as she's laying there.
Okay, so I'm sorry, you said she's stabilized right now?
She is not stabilized yet. She can stabilize on her turn, or you can try to stabilize her.
Okay, because I could. Well, what would it entail for me to try to stabilize her? That would probably be.
So, if somebody else were to do it, you can attempt a first aid check by stabilizing it, with a successful medicine check of 15.
Okay.
Or you can stabilize it and keep it from losing any more resolve points with any sort of healing, such as the stabilize spell. Healing that raises the dying character's hit points to 1 or higher makes it conscious and fully functional again.
I have a med patch. I know it's like the lower end med kit, but I have a med patch. What would that do for her?
What does it do? What does it do for you?
I don't remember.
It's in the equipment, right?
I remember but I remember it was minor. It's like, but if it's just enough to push her, I mean, I could attempt to do a medicine check. It's not like terrible. I'm actually oddly fairly decent at medicine.
All right, so if you're going to try to do that, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you quickly crawl over to Zero and apply as much first aid as you possibly can, and you're able to stabilize her to where she is no longer dying, but she is still unconscious.
I've got like my computer up, and I'm just like trying to help rewire some of her circuits and just, stay with us, Zero.
Yep. Zero's unconscious. So Bark.
So I have a question. I have a stat on my sheet that I don't know what it is.
Which stat?
Combat maneuvers.
That is for piloting.
Okay. That's a weird place for it to be then. It's under like AC or armor class. I'm like, anyway. I think Bark is gonna pull himself together. He's gonna take out Mop, and he's gonna like try to cleave across the top of this wall and hopefully hit both of them if possible.
You're not going to be able to hit both of them because they're on opposite sides.
Okay.
There's like one on a waist high wall. There's an opening for people to get through, and then the other one.
Then absolutely the one nearest him.
Okay, so give me that attack roll.
And botch. It's a 3.
It's a 9. So again, just with that, the rage stinging him, and he swings at it, but it's just, the blade is just coming short of the gun.
God damn it! Fucking stay still.
So distraught over the bucket.
And the gun arms once again and just lets off a shot at you. Actually, no, the gun is no, it would shoot. That's right. And point blank, it's gonna miss. So it looks like when you swung it for a moment got a glance of the sword and then like tracked it and tried to shoot the sword, or shoot Mop, I should say.
Bark's tears have like jammed up its sights.
Quick.
Okay, so I am going to make my way to the control box thing that I spotted.
Okay.
And examine the cage that you said was around it.
Yep. So the cage itself is just like a small, like almost mesh cage that's just there to protect it from any debris of the environment.
So is it like locked, or can I just open the cage myself? And
you could just open the cage yourself. It seems that whatever service lock was on this has already been broken by somebody.
Okay, I will do that and try to shut down these turrets from here. And you said that was going to be an engineering.
That's going to be an engineering roll.
Okay.
All right, so you open it up. Now, are you just trying to shut them down, or is this more of you're just reaching in, pulling wires out?
I'm trying to shut them down because I'm thinking these would make for a really good security system on the ship.
Okay, so you reach in and you fiddle around with the wires, and there are a couple like sparks that go off, and then you just hear the guns powering down as they just the barrels point down in a resting position towards the ground.
And then I will look over to Bark and give him a thumbs up.
This big, like, sobbing inhale. Okay. Still my bucket.
My bucket.
We'll find you a new bucket.
So back at Zero in Near, the android has become is stable, but she is currently out of it.
Will defibs work on them because it's electricity?
God.
Just stick a 9-volt battery on her tongue.
So the way that a long-term stability works is after 1 hour, if you are unconscious and stable, after 1 hour elapses, you must make a Constitution check.
Do we want to keep her here? Make her do a check.
All right, hold on.
I'm not a healer.
Bark can use her as a backpack.
Okay, Mags, you can you actually on your turn could have spent 1 RP to regain 1 HP. So if you want to do that and gain consciousness, you can.
Yeah, I go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I want to point out that I have a plus 12 to engineering, so that was actually a really shitty roll.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so the like the dust settles and everything from the gunfire, and you can see Zero like slowly but surely getting to her feet with assistance from Near.
I got you, buddy. It's cool. It's cool.
Allow to awaken and find that I am not a bucket.
Very good. You were almost a bucket.
At
You were
the
almost a bucket.
mention of bucket, Bark starts sobbing again.
X-nay on the bucket, eh?
Bucket!
Ah!
Quick, from where you're at, you can hear almost what sounds like an assembly line in progress inside the building.
So can I see any entrance to the building from where I am?
You can see 2 entrances. You can see a side entrance to where personnel would go through, and then there is a small shutter where like dock vehicles would pull up to. That's been pulled up just a little bit to where maybe somebody like yourself can fit through, like barely ducking, but any like normal sized person's gonna have to roll through.
Okay, so seeing that, I think I'm gonna whistle at Bark since he's the closest, and kind of nudge my head in that direction, and then scamper over there.
Which way are you going? Are you going towards the dock? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to try and peek in there before we actually go in.
All right. Give me a perception check. That's good. With that check, you see that when you look in this, the inside of this, given the condition that everything else you've seen, is almost completely clean. Not up to like clean room standards, but at the same time, it looks like things have been maintained in this building. As you can see in the center, this small reinforced glass cage with like this electricity striking this small ooze, like a small ooze type thing, And as it does, it's slowly but surely generating items from it and dropping it down onto a conveyor belt.
Are any of them buckets?
Some sort of weird replicator. I'm sure we could make one of them into a bucket.
You can give me an engineering check if you want.
I do want.
All right, you know exactly what it is, and you know that this would be something that you would normally see on a setup such as this. It's what is known as an assembly ooze.
Ooh, I kind of want one.
And these were used. They're used in outfits for mass production of items.
Do I know what the ooze is? Like, is it a creature, or is it just like an inanimate object that happens to do this particular thing?
It is a technological ooze. So it's not technically intelligent, but at the same time it does have life to it. They're mainly used as a means to either assemble or disassemble gear, to where they can mass produce anything from basic weaponry to like high tech items, and at the same time they can disassemble parts into either base materials or just to use them as food.
So, would you say that this might be classified as a synthetic life form?
It's more it would be classified as a synthetic life form because it is classified as technological.
Okay. Just trying to find my class information here. Where is it? There it is. Okay, can I do a life science check to determine whether or not these things like feel pain from this process?
You know that they do not feel pain from the process.
Okay.
They were made as like a quick fix solution to just mass production of items.
In which case, I don't feel bad about it being trapped in there. Okay. I'm going to scamper back off to everyone else if they haven't already made their way over to me and explain everything that I just saw.
Before we get into that, I'm gonna go ahead and do in the giveaway and pick our winner.
All right.
And then we'll get back into that. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the giveaway and then pick our winner. And as long as you are here, you can tell me what you won and you're following the channel. I will be sending out a set of dice and a nice shiny dice box for you. And it is Pixelated Soul. Pixelated Soul, what did you win? Pixelated Soul, come on down. Oh my god, I haven't seen The Price is Right in forever.
I know they were in here because like the last command was put in by them.
Yeah, they probably stepped away for a second.
Yeah, I was waiting on stream catch up. I'm gonna give you.
It is dinner time where he is.
All
Yeah,
right.
they are still listed in the channel.
So Pixelated Soul, I'm gonna give you 30 more seconds or so.
Greg.
And if I don't hear from you, I unfortunately will have to draw another winner. What else while we wait? Oh, so if you guys are new here, hit the follow button so you know when we go live, and I throw things at myself. We currently are doing 3 shows a week. We have Blood Moon Adventures on Sunday nights, which is our 5th edition Tomb of Annihilation game. We have Gibbering Mouthers on Tuesday nights, which is a planar hopping insanity game that is wrapping up. I think you guys are finishing season 1.
Well, it's getting near there, but there's definitely a lot more content to be had.
Okay.
That's if they don't kill each other.
yeah.
Which is very possible. And-
no, it's very possible that this is going to end in a self-inflicted TPK.
And then Wednesday nights we do RPG Mixtape. For the month of February, we're playing Starfinder. And then starting next month, we're replacing RPG Mixtape with a pirate-themed show called Keelhauled, which is going to be a low magic, high swashbuckling D&D adventure. Yes, Pixelated Soul. Thank you. You were right. You answered right as I was getting ready to say, all right, well, he's not here. Yeah, so you won the dice box. So send me a message on Discord with your shipping information so that I can get that sent out to you tomorrow. Congratulations, Pixelated Soul. Thank you, Elderwood Academy, for giving us these so we can give them out and helping out the community. You guys go check out Elderwood Academy. They've got dice boxes, dice towers, all kinds of fun D&D.
Do you have a command for them in the bot or anything, or can you throw a link to their site?
Nope, I lied. I don't. I need to fix that, but it is Elderwood Academy, and as soon as I can find it, I will throw a link in chat. It's elderwoodacademy.com for those of you that will hear this after I posted the link. And they actually started they've got a Kickstarter going on right now, which is dice chest minis. They are like super tiny dice chests with super tiny dice that you put on like your keyring and stuff. So if you are one of those people that always wants to have dice with you, that's a good way to do it.
So on the topic of them, because I look at this every time I go to their site, and I'm absolutely going to get one when I have the money. They have spellbook game boxes. Not only do they have spellbook game boxes, but you can customize it to have all the detail and imaging that you want on it, and made from the materials that you want.
Yeah, and they're
they
super
are just
pretty.
Really cool.
Awesome.
They look gorgeous.
Pick one up.
They're leather bound if you want, which is super nice.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking at them for a while and just haven't gotten around to actually getting one yet. But it's definitely something that's on my, like, when I get some extra money that doesn't go to my tattoo, that'll be what it goes to.
They are legit.
But yeah, so Pixelated Soul, send me a message, preferably on like Discord, with your shipping information, and I will get that sent out to you as soon as you get that to me, because I'm going to send Max's out to her tomorrow, so she will have one. And we've got a couple more to give away. I think I've got 2 more in this box. One of them is going to be given away on our charity event that we're going to do next month on the 17th. We're going to be doing a big charity stream for St. Jude with Spooner Sloth, Mickey Panda, Animated Break, Denotage, and Smashly. So if you guys know any of those people, they're all fantastic casters, and I'm really looking forward to that game. That's going to be a lot of fun. Sorry to interrupt the flow. HP Fox is sympathizing with oozes.
No,
All right.
I did a check to make sure I don't sympathize with it.
Yeah, it's not it. You know, it's more. Even though it's been given life, at the same time, it's artificial. Though you do know that at times the coding inside these things becomes a little bit corrupted as they begin to just pretty much absorb whatever they can get a hold of, even if it's even if it's like of a biological sense, that will still try to deconstruct humanoids.
So it's an animate object, but
Yes.
it is an object.
It is an object. It's a
not
machine.
Self-aware.
Yeah, exactly. It's a gelatinous cube button robot, like a robotic form.
Hey, I've met a very gentlemanly
That's
gelatinous cube. I can't even say the word Jesus.
I miss that character. He was fun.
But you could see it like scrap coming from almost like a feed tube up top, just dropping into it, and then a couple seconds later you see it like sending out like these small blasters and like really janky looking blades that go down a conveyor belt and seem to go down deeper, like into a lower level of the building itself.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna go back to the rest of the group if they're not already here, and describe everything that I saw in there. and suggest that I could probably sneak in and essentially unlock the front door if it's locked, and let them in if they wanted to.
Sounds good to me. I ain't rolling under there.
See if you can find a bucket while you're in there.
Well, there's a thing in there that can probably make you a unique and one-of-a-kind bucket.
Bucket was unique and one of a kind.
It can
Bucky was
make
actually
a
ahead.
new one.
But it won't have the same dents and scratches. There was so much history on Bucket.
Well, that's the nice thing about brand new buckets is you can write history with them.
No, you can't. They're not writing utensils.
I mean, if they're made of like lead or something, they could be.
But then you would get poisoning.
Well, you might.
You might.
I mean, maybe.
No, you.
Anyway, go check the front door, see if it's locked.
Mark, well, you need to accept that you need a new bucket. Old bucket's not coming back. I'm sorry.
But Bucket.
Well, actually,
I just pat him on the head. It's okay.
maybe you could get the pieces of old Bucket and drop them into this thing, and it will recreate Bucket out of those pieces.
But would be same Bucket, or would be like teleporter where one bucket dies and new bucket shows up?
It would be same Bucket in a new body.
Bucket reborn.
Reincarnated bucket.
Let me go find as many pieces of Bucket as I can.
Okay, while he's busy doing that, does somebody want to check the front door, see if it's locked?
I
Yeah.
want to do this.
Okay, so before we do that, I just want to remind you guys, if you have no stamina or missing stamina that you want to regenerate, you can spend one of your resolve points with 10 minutes uninterrupted rest, and it'll give you your stamina back.
Can I do that while I look for bucket pieces?
Yes, as long as it's as long as it's not something that requires like a ton of effort. It's this like you can do it.
Okay.
I need to do that too because I have 1 HP.
Okay.
No stamina. Rip my resolve.
So Mags, if you're gonna go up and check the door, how are you doing this?
I don't like your line of questioning here.
It's a simple question.
It
was your
seems like a
turn.
loaded question.
I mean, I don't know if you're walking up and just doing the bark strategy of just kicking the door down, or if like you're doing it in a more stealthful situation.
I guess my first initial feeling would be check for any kind of like thumbprint pads or like key entry pads or anything like that. If I don't see anything like that, my next thing would be to jiggle the handle.
All right. So you can give me a perception check as you're going through.
Okay. Be gentle. That's not gentle.
So you don't really see any remnants of like key card readers or anything like that. It seems that this door right here itself is pretty much the front entrance of like the welcome area where a general personnel would go through.
Is this the same building where I know all the schematics for? Like the...
No. This is the one that you found off to the side where the little electronical bleep was coming from.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So when you said you were trying to jiggle the handle, right?
Yeah, just to make sure it's not going to explode from me touching it.
All right, so you jiggle it, and you could
It
tell
flushes.
that
Sorry.
the door itself is unlocked.
Oh.
Very slowly opening this, like almost like Shaggy and Scooby, like peek the head inside, like, am I gonna die?
Okay, so as you're slowly but surely opening up, you begin to hear a little bit of snoring coming from the other side.
Is it like up against the door?
No. It seems like it's a little bit further into the room, but you can hear something. You can hear something snoring at the moment.
Without slamming it, I close the door, look back, and it's like, there appears to be somebody here.
Bart's running up with like arms full of bucket.
So the 5 pieces of bucket that were blown apart.
Don't let him run in there.
I feel like that's pirate currency, the 5 pieces of bucket.
Pieces of 5 bucket.
Can I take a second look in there, see if I can see the source of this snoring?
How are you looking in? Are you going to look through the door, or how are you going to look in there through it?
Still through the loading dock. I'll probably like stick my head.
Yeah, you can't see it through the loading dock, but you can see off to the side along the wall that the dock itself is on is another door that seems to lead into that part of the building.
Do I see Bark running towards us with an armful?
You see Bark, like jogging towards you guys with the arm, like his armful of bucket.
Okay, so I'm guessing we only have like seconds before everybody knows that we're here. So I'm going to try and sneak in through the loading dock here and just kind of like hide in a dark corner for the moment.
Oh god.
Okay. You're just hiding in a dark corner in the loading dock area, or are you going into the other room?
In the loading dock area.
Okay. Can you give me a stealth roll? Okay. Near, what are you doing?
I was actually kind of behind Zero the whole time because I felt so bad. I'm trying to keep her stabilized, so I was just like, "Are you okay? You okay?" So so I'm behind her, so I kind of peek my head in. Can I do a perception check and see if maybe I can see what's snoring?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay, so you as well hear the snoring, and from behind one of the front desks, you could just barely make out the top of what looks to be like a security guard hat. And it seemed to be like rocking and like raising and lowering with the pattern of snoring.
Ooh. This building is still working. Okay, so I don't know what it is. I just know that there's someone there.
You just see this, like the top of this hat from behind one of the desks, like rising and falling along with the snoring.
Okay, I'm just gonna follow what Quick's doing and just be very quiet and kind of just sneak off to the side.
Okay, where are you sneaking off to? Are you going inside?
I'm going. Actually, you know what? I want to go back out.
Okay, so you just you like so the way I see it is as Zero opened the door, you were looking in too, and you both like ducked away as she closed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to mess with that.
Okay, so Zero, as you guys close the door and everything, you begin to hear like the heavy the heavy thudding sounds of Bark's feet as he's coming closer to the building with his armfuls of bucket.
I think we should stop him.
I think you're right. Yeah. Bark, just Bark.
Bucket.
Slow your roll real quick. Slow your roll.
I don't have a roll. You make no sense.
Just slow down. I forget you don't know idioms.
What'd you call me?
Your mom's an idiom.
I said intellectual. I just shortened it because I'm hip like that, you know.
You have a hip. You also have shoulders, but you didn't comment on those.
And knees and toes.
What?
So
You shampoo now?
Bark. Let's go over here. Let's go over here and let's talk more about, idioms and shoulders and stuff.
You keep calling me that word.
It's I'm talking about myself. What I did back there was not smart. It's not smart.
But you said word meant intelligent.
Nier, can you give me a diplomacy check?
Oh shit! I'm supposed to have high diplomacy and I don't. Okay.
Better than I would have.
So that's not going to be enough to convince. That's not going to be enough to completely sway. Completely sway Bark to where you convince him to come over with you. But if Imp still wants him to do it, he can. Or if he's still focused on.
It's totally
Bucket.
Focused on Bucket.
Yeah.
All right. So how is Nier? What is Bark doing?
There's a door that leads into the building that can repair his bucket. He's going through it.
Okay, how are you going through it? Are you just
loudly?
Okay, so all I can see is Bark just goes towards runs towards the door and doesn't even bother with the door handle. He just lowers his shoulder in.
Yeah.
He just lowers his shoulder and busts through.
Yep.
Making this really loud racket that seems to cause a soft echo from inside the loading docks. And when you do that, you hear this high pitched startled noise, and then something crash and fall over.
So, hearing all that, I'm going to stay in my dark corner, but I want to ready an action just in case I have to take one.
Okay.
I think, actually, that's a good spot for us to end for this week, because I'm feeling like shit, to be honest.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's a
Okay.
good,
So I'm gonna say this then. Just to give us a little thing. A second later, stumbling out from behind this desk, you see this small goblin. Fumbling with his blaster as he's got this almost old style security guard hat on as he's fumbling it, looking at this giant vest in front of him with an armful of bucket.
Yeah. Bark probably wouldn't stop and just gonna run him over, but that'll be next week.
Yep.
I tried.
You folks that are hanging out tonight and watched us play some Starfinder, I almost said Pathfinder. It was almost right. Thanks for doing so. We appreciate it. Zoro, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I am Zoro from E3. I am a variety caster and creative Twitch streamer. I've been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight, but doing more creative streams lately. And yeah, that's what I've been doing.
HB Fox, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I am HB Fox, and I'm right on the verge of a sneeze, and it's really annoying me.
Say watermelon.
I'm the
Say
manager
watermelon.
for. It doesn't work for me. Nothing works for me
Oh no!
with forcing a sneeze. Even sniffing pepper, it just doesn't work.
Let's look up at a break. Anyway.
That doesn't work either. I have very bright lights right here, and it's nothing. I do stuff on the internet. It's
Helps if I can spell follow.
Yeah, if you could spell follow right.
Leave Bark alone!
Rojan, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I am Rojan Quest. I am one of the co-DMs here on Dungeons and Distractions, and I have my own Twitch stream where I stream 7 days a week for Extra Life, playing a variety of RPGs, fighting games, and shooters. Right now, we are focusing on a series playthrough of Dragon Age, slowly closing that out with Dragon Age Inquisition, and doing a playthrough of Kingdom Come, which launched yesterday, and I'm having a blast with it.
Right on. Mags, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I am Hybrid Magpie. I am currently taking a break from streaming for health reasons, but when I do cast, I am predominantly a creative caster. I do emotes, overlays, channel art, and do play the occasional video game.
Alright, now I'm impious and I feel like shit, but I'm here anyway. I run Dungeons and Distractions with these lovely people. Currently have 3 shows a week. Blood Moon Adventures on Sunday nights, Gibbering Mouthers on Tuesday nights, and RPG Mixtape on Wednesday nights. We are going to be doing a charity game next month on the 17th, which just on me is St. Patrick's Day, but fuck it, we're doing it anyway. So we're going to be doing an 8-hour D&D game with Spooner Sloth, Mickey Panda, Animated Break, Denotage, and Smashly, and myself GMing that. And that is going to be a blast, and all the money that we get for that is going to go to St. Jude's for charity. So come and hit the follow button just so you know when we go live and we do things like that. We are going to go raid Spooner Sloth. I'm going to remember to actually hit the raid command. At the top of your chat is a raid. Go join that. He is one of our players on Sunday nights. He plays a Kinku monk that I have endless joy torturing about not being able to fly. You know, it really, at this point, it's his own damn fault. He can't fly. He had a chance and didn't take it. So that's I don't feel bad about it. That's his own fucking fault. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm gonna go take some NyQuil and fucking crash. Have a good night, y'all.
Night.
We will see you next time. I will eventually get the timing right for